Hi, I'm Nathan Byrd, and this week the Byrd Academy is hitting the dirt. This weekend we are at Ventura Raceway, and we're going to be racing on dirt in the midget and the 360 sprint car with Cory Kruseman. It's just going to be a learning experience today, keeping the car all in one piece. We're here to learn today, and first time in the midget, second time ever in the sprint car. So immediately after the drivers meeting, we had to rush over to get changed for the practice and qualifying.
Okay, well, gotta get changed quick, folks. We have 10 minutes to be in the midget for hot laps and then immediately into first group qualifying, which I'm in.
We wheel packed the track with the midget first, and then went back on track for hot laps. And I only got 3 laps, which was not nearly enough time or laps to familiarize myself with the car to then qualify. I had to go from like 30% to 90% like right off the rip, which I just knew it had to happen, otherwise I would just be sunken in the field. But I was still sunken in the field. I qualified 20th out of 23 cars in the midget.
Now we're hopping into the sprint car for hot laps, and then we'll be probably 14th or so in qualifying.
So you're on the same page? That group on the racetrack is
I was a bit better in the sprint car. Hot laps was better, still only 3 laps. And then it was sprint car qualifying where I ended up qualifying in 17th.
Were you saying I was driving in a deeper?
You were driving in a deeper.
Okay,
sure.
That's what I was trying to do.
Well, and Cory even said you got your pavement throttle, so you were smooth and you were coming off smooth as well, which was making the throttle carry longer. You probably didn't come off more abruptly.
It was a little bit of a wait until we got into the heat races and then the features afterwards. In the meantime, I ended up just debriefing with Cory Kruseman. He's a dirt legend, midget, multi-time Chili Bowl winner, and it was awesome to be able to learn from him.
slowing the car down is not the fix. Get the car in the right direction. Think about going this way as fast as you can, picking the car up and turning it this way. The inertia is going this way, you're going backwards.
So you're driving against the
Stand on the gas, it sticks the tire to the ground.
When the heats finally rolled around, I was going out in the midget first. I was starting last in 7th place, and we took the green flag, and exiting turn 2, the car just came out of gear, and I didn't know why. I thought maybe something had been jostled, but I was stopped on the back straight, and I was trying to get it in gear, but it turned out the gear lever was just not working. I'd actually stretched the gear linkage, so they pushed me off the track to my crew. Immediately, they diagnosed the problem, and another caution came out, which allowed them to put the car in gear manually, and I was able to join the tail of the field, no laps down because they hadn't even completed the lap yet. I started off very uncomfortable, like the car felt so twitchy, I couldn't control it. I was all over the place, and then over the course of the heat race, I was able to slowly get more and more comfortable. By the end of the heat race, I was running through similar lap times to the competition in front of me. It was honestly a very good progression, and I was looking forward to taking that into the feature race.
The last 4 or so laps, I feel like I started getting the hang of it, and that gave me a lot of confidence going into the feature. Most likely going to get lapped by the leader, but that's okay because I'll at least be able to hold my own line and keep the car all in one piece, which is what my goal was.
Not long after my midget heat race, I was in the sprint car. I started on the pole. I opted to just stay there. First half of the heat race, I was getting past, but I was sort of holding my own pace-wise. And then in the second half, I was really struggling just to get the car to do what I wanted it to do. I wasn't driving it as I should have, and I was just in general struggling a good amount. But I ended up finishing 6th out of the 7 cars.
When they were passing me, I could have done more to try and prevent the pass, but that's as if like I'm one of the fastest guys here and I know exactly what I'm doing and I'm confident that I deserve my spot on the outside, and it seems a little risky. When the midget feature finally came underway, it was a 30 lapper. I actually started 19th. 3 laps into the race, there was a big pileup in the middle of turns 1 and 2, like multiple cars. I was about to hit them, but I barely managed to avoid it and cranked the wheel to the left, hopped over the inside berm of the track, and then went back out onto the back straight. And I was able to luckily avoid that. It was probably inches that I managed to barely miss it. The rest of the race was pretty much smooth sailing. I was able to drive the bottom lane of the track to great effect, and I eventually ended up earning the Hard Charger Award for passing the most cars. I finished 11th after starting 20th. In that situation, I sort of just like drove it in straight like a pavement car. I'm sort of cheating in this environment, but that's sort of what was working with me. That kept me from overdriving, and I could get a little bit of rotation in the middle of the corner and then just drive off. My car is basically straight the whole time, and I'm passing guys on the inside. They're probably not very happy about that, some of the competitors, but I think it's kind of fun.
In the sprint car race, it was another 30-lap feature. Throughout the entire race, there were so many cautions. We probably restarted the race 10 times. I got a lot of restart experience. It was awesome. But my left rear tire seemed to be a sprint car magnet. One of the 2 reds that came out was because someone tried dive bombing in on my inside on a restart and ended up flipping himself off of my left rear tire. There was another incident where another guy jumped up on my left rear tire and like hit the ground really hard. That pulled out a caution. Overall, I was able to run the bottom lane of the track just like a midget, but over the course of just all the cautions and all the incidents and just me passing all the cars, I passed 10 cars to earn the Hard Charger Award. I was able to finish 7th, which was awesome, and thanks to Cory Kruseman and the work of the crew, we were able to keep the cars all in one piece, run setups that I thought were perfectly fine, and get all the laps.
It doesn't matter your equipment, doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you start. Dirt is something that takes some time to learn, and he's doing a great job at it. He's not trying to knock the fence down. He's taking his time, he's learning, he's very methodical about what he's doing. So it's something we're really enjoying as a team to work with him.
It's hard to say how much I improved from my first time ever on dirt in a 360 sprint car. I think I did a better job of adapting to the track, and it's hard to say how much I improved in terms of my driving technique. I think there's a lot of room for improvement, but I think the results speak for themselves to some extent, and the fact that Cory Kruseman and all the crew guys were happy makes me happy and makes me excited for the next time I'm on dirt.
So it was a good day overall, and I was able to keep it clean. I was able to get laps. Started off the day a little rough, but eventually we nailed the bottom line in the features, and that's really what propelled me forward. So until next time, everybody, thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Byrd Academy.